Game one, time in.
Jalina Ingram serving.
0-0-2. Side out.
So if you've been following the MLP this week, the SoCal Hard Eights have 2 youngsters on their team, these 2 females. We've got
0-0-1.
about to return serve Jalina Ingram at 17 years old, and her partner Campbell, only 15.
We can chalk that up to the inexperience.
Yeah.
Not even barely 30 years old between the 2 of them. It's unbelievable to be playing at this level at that age.
1-0-1. Second
Great
serve.
point there from them. I got a chance to watch them play against my team, the LA Mad Drops, and despite their lack of experience, they were not afraid of any of the moments. They wanted it.
Point.
Yeah, I've been watching in the last couple of days, and the occasion doesn't seem to be getting to them, which is great.
Not at all. They live for the pressure.
Point.
But we are likely to see a few loose points here and there just due to that inexperience.
3-0-2. Out.
So a good start for Brooklyn. Take a 3-0 lead.
0-3-1.
And as I think you know, they're missing 2 of their starter male players, so they're really going to look to lean on this women's team here. They need to get this one, Brooklyn that is.
Side out.
Yeah, Brooklyn losing all 3 of their male team members before, so we have 2 alternates that have subbed in. They've been doing great this week, in Racher Hewett and AJ Koller.
Second serve.
Yeah, Rafa and AJ are not just subs, they are super subs. Those are
Super
incredible talents that you're able to bring off as alternates. Very fortunate for this team.
Point.
I don't know the extent to Dekel, Riley, or Pat's injuries or what's going on with them, but we'll just assume some sort of plague has that only affects the males on the Brooklyn team.
I was the female alternate here this week, and I'm the only one that didn't get a game because all the females were healthy. So happy they're healthy, but also
exactly. Yes, we want everyone to be healthy.
5-0-2.
Just getting in there.
It's a great first volley there from Kaylin.
So 0-5, so they can get some points on the board.
Second serve.
Right now, 8.
0-5-2.
Good put away there from Rachel. Obviously, very experienced team, these Brooklyn ladies.
Without a doubt, and you have the firepower from Racher Rohrabacher, and then you have just the defensive prowess of Jackie Kawamoto. Formidable team for sure.
Second serve.
What I've noticed about Rachel's game too is when she starts initiating, she has both the ability to kind of continue and finish or reset depending on the situation.
Side up.
Really tough to deal with. I think if you're these 2 young girls, you're going to want to attack first rather than let them attack her.
0-5-1. Second serve.
But in a game to just 11, you don't have a lot of chances to kind of get back in it. So
Yeah, they go pretty
0-5-2.
quickly.
yeah, they really do.
Oh, what a great point.
Side out.
Jalina hit a great lob there, turning the defense into offense, but I mean,
Great
it's
point.
Just, the other team are just so solid, and this just shows their experience. They can turn anything around.
I feel for Jalina Ingram there. She fought off 4 or 5 of Racher Rohrabacher's best kind of hand shots, and then she hit a reset lob in the middle of that. Jackie runs it down. Somehow the point keeps
5-0-1.
going, and of course the experienced ladies end up taking the point.
Wow.
Point, timeout, change ends, 6-0-1.
That's just an unbelievable shot from Racher Rohrabacher.
6-0-1.
Yeah, she's been partnering with Catherine Parento recently, and they've had some pretty good success.
Point.
Kaylin a bit put off there by that let cord.
How have these teams done this weekend so far? I haven't
7-0-1.
really been.
So the SoCal Hard Eights have gone 0 for 3, but they've lost 2 of them in Dream Breakers.
Second serve.
So they've been tough ones. Brooklyn are coming off 2 wins over the Mad Drops and the Phoenix Flames,
Wow.
winning
That's-
both of them 3 rubbers to 1.
That's using
7-0-2.
alternates as well.
Yes.
Point.
So
8-0-2. Point.
I think at
Timeout,
this point,
SoCal,
down
9-0-2.
9-0, you're just
Time in.
young ladies to have someone experienced like that
9-0-2.
helping them out.
Side out.
there you go. Kaylin kept the first 2 balls pretty deep, so maybe that was part of their little chat.
Yeah, let's see if they start a little run
0-9-1.
here.
Second serve.
And if I'm Adam, I'm definitely telling them to just keep driving balls, because that's what they do well. Stay
0-9-2.
aggressive.
Well,
Side out.
Just overcooked it a little bit.
all right, 9-0 Brooklyn back on serve.
9-0-1. Second serve.
Nice deep return there from Ingram.
It's a good pull down the line. Not a lot of places
9-0-2.
for Jackie to go with that ball except back at her.
Point.
Did like that reach in volley though from Kaylin. Just
I did as well.
Yeah.
I think it's tough for these girls to try and
10-0-2.
get in dinking battles with
yeah.
the girls up this end. They're just super strong.
11-0 Brooklyn.
There it is, 11-0.
Game 2, time in.
All right.
Here we go.
0-0-2.
Super subs for Brooklyn. 2 alternates. Let's see how they go.
Point.
Shank there on the overhead. one coming.
1-0-2.
We'll blame that on the sun, maybe. I don't know.
Point.
A couple loose points here from the Brooklyn pickleball team men.
Blaine's already popped up.
2-0-2.
The Blaine stuff starts very early.
Side out.
That's one of AJ's superpowers, just his ability to reach into the kitchen and fire
0-2-1.
balls without any warning.
Looked pretty effortless.
Second
too.
serve.
Yeah, he has such a good wrist snap on that flick. And it looks
0-2-2.
it looks exactly the same as his dink.
Side out.
And Rafa was in Challenger for a while, so now that he's
2-0-1.
getting to come up and play in Premier level, I think that's where he believes he belongs, and I think most people would agree. So he's definitely seemed to be
Point.
a little more fired up this weekend than you've seen him in the Challenger level. Had some great wins.
3-0-1.
He's had some great wins already this weekend, and he's hoping to continue that momentum.
Second serve. Three 0-2. Point.
Come on, boo. Let's go. Right now, baby. Come on. Oh, baby, let's go. Come on. Right now, Ace. Let's go. Come on.
Blaine already letting know
4-0-2.
that he enjoys that miss from AJ.
Point.
I love how compact Ryan Fu is on his volleys. Keeps that paddle out in front. Doesn't try to overdo it, just redirects the ball down.
5-0-2.
Great start here from SoCal.
Side out.
All right, finally Brooklyn get the ball. See if they can get some points on the board.
0-5-1. Second serve. 0-5-2.
Yeah,
Side out.
Blaine really protects his body well with that backhand. It's not the spot for AJ to hit. He's gonna have to find his forehand a little more.
5-0-1.
Even though he was jammed up, that ball hit the perfect spot
Yeah.
right in the middle of his paddle.
Point.
Another kind of
Timeout, change
awkward
in,
two-handed
6-0-1.
backhand volley from AJ.
Point.
I do think that's the formula, though, for AJ and Rafa Hewett, is to just slow this game down, use their experience over these other two.
7-0-1.
Blaine's been reading the speed ups pretty well. I think you're right.
He's just really tough to attack. I mean, he defends himself so well.
8-0-1.
He's big body. I think if I'm
Second serve.
Rafa and AJ, I'm going to use more off-pace stuff against them. Use my experience, use the entire kitchen. Try to slow it down.
8-0-2.
Easier said than done, though.
Side out.
All right. Another opportunity to get some points on the board. 0-8.
0-8-1.
All
Point.
right. Here we go.
Here we go, Ace. Come on, baby. Let's go, fool.
1-8-1.
Just incredible defense there from Racher Hewett. That ball was absolutely blasted at his kneecap, and he somehow gets a paddle on it.
Yeah, that was good
That's
stuff.
a great point.
2-8-1. Second serve.
Oh, that's just dribbled over.
That hit about halfway up the net and somehow crawled over. Boys having a laugh about it.
2-8-2. Side out.
Again, decent speed up, but to the wrong spot. Blaine slides and holds that backhand there. He's usually going to get a paddle on it if you go there.
8-2-1.
Kind of mishit that one a little bit, so we had the net dribbler and then a mishit backhand counter.
Second serve.
Come on, AJ. Come on.
That's a backhand flick that
8-2-2.
very few people on the planet have. Oh, that would have been incredible.
Just hitting the tape and rolling back.
Timeout.
Brooklyn's calling
Brooklyn.
a timeout, right?
Go.
Point.
It's a great reset from Ryan Fu. Kind of out of position, half volley. Lands in an awkward spot for Rafa, and he kind of makes the error.
10-2-2. Point game.
Right.
SoCal.
Yeah,
11-2.
AJ plays an out ball and ends up losing the point because of it, but
Game 3, time in. 0-0-2. Side out.
and again, I would have to assume that the Hard Eights are a bit of an underdog in this particular battle. Racher Rohrabacher, one of the best
0-0-1.
mixed doubles players on the planet.
Yeah, absolutely.
And AJ
Second
definitely
serve.
more of a left side specialist, so certainly works well
0-0-2.
in a mixed situation like this.
Point.
God, he hits that shot well.
Yeah, he's just tricky to play against, and Kaylin's just only 15 years old. She probably hasn't seen a lot of looks like he's going to give her today with that
1-0-2.
weird backhand flick, very awkward style.
Side out.
Nice.
0-1-1. Second serve.
I'd like to see Ryan get really aggressive here. I think that's what this team's going to
1-2.
need to compete.
Yeah, I
Point.
think Ryan's going to have to protect Kaylin a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's how mixed is played. I know a lot of keyboard warriors get so upset about the guys taking over the court, but this really is how mixed doubles is played at this level.
It is.
Point.
Yeah, Ryan should be going after serves as hard as he can. Same with Kaylin,
2-1-2.
taking some risks.
Side out.
And just like in the men's doubles, that drive to AJ's backhand was working. I think it would work in mixed too, to sort of open up
1-2-1.
the middle of the court a little bit more.
Second serve.
Great
Good point
speed up
there
middle
from
there.
Kaylin.
Yeah, Fantastic spot there.
1-2-2. Point.
Yeah, Ryan speed up a little high there. Rachel read it well.
2-2-2. Point.
She's coming in, taking that early. Came a bit off balance there.
Can be a tough one to redirect down the line, especially when you're worried about
3-2-2.
AJ flicking the next backhand at you.
When you've got AJ staring across the net, puts a bit more pressure on.
Point.
I like Kaylin using her length there, though, and trying to take some of those out of the air, because I do think she has that advantage on Rachel. She's significantly taller than her.
She's tall, especially for
4-2-2.
15.
Yes.
That serve,
Point.
serve almost looks short. Obviously must have just made it.
No, it looks Blaine's thinking about challenging it.
5-2-2.
I can see. Oh. Too late.
Point. Timeout, change ends, 6-2-2.
All right.
6-2-2.
Wes, what do you think the SoCal's coach just said to them on that change of ends?
I'll let this play out real quick. I think Adam Stone told Ryan Fu to just really let loose. I think that's going to sort of take a little more pressure off of Kaylin.
2-6-1.
And if I'm Kaylin, I'm just trying to just kind of settle into the match a little bit. She has great dinks. She can absolutely go toe-to-toe with Racher Rohrabacher. She just has to believe it and start getting those reps.
3-6-1. Second serve.
She's come back after this break pretty aggressive.
3-6-2.
3-6. Wasn't a bad speed up there from Kaylin, but
Side
AJ
out.
was on it.
Yeah, for a tall guy, AJ stays so low.
6-3-1. Point.
Right back at you.
Yeah, it's a great little attack from AJ, who was mid-court as she started hitting that ball, and by the time she hit it,
7-3-1.
he was all the way up to the kitchen.
Point. Timeout, SoCal, 8-3-1.
At 9:40 a.m. in San Clemente, 8-3-1.
All right. Get one. See if they can get another and get the ball back.
8-3-2.
All right, here we go. Little confidence boost.
Yeah, you can hear it. The crowd wants us to be closer. They're willing this team on.
3-8-1.
Oh, she went for it.
Second serve.
I do love her forehand drive. I want her to just keep hitting that.
3-8-2.
Ooh, AJ trying to show off his athleticism and length.
Yeah.
Did a good job putting that on display, but Ryan kind of snuck in there and poked a backhand behind him.
4-8-2. Side out.
Yeah, this is just a really good mixed team. Rachel tends to play a little off the kitchen line and use those rolls, and that gives AJ to kind of pop in and out of that space really easily, not feel like he's running into his partner.
Point.
See Kaylin's kind of lining up, looking at Rachel's feet. She's trying to put balls at Rachel's feet, but AJ's able to reach in and take those out of the air when he can.
9-4-1.
Yeah, I don't think she's gone down his line once either, to keep him honest.
Yeah, she missed the one dink we saw earlier down the line, and maybe she's been scared to do it since then.
9-4-2. Point.
Just not getting under that one.
That is always a challenge in mix. And how do you keep the guy honest?
10-4-2. Blatt. 10-4-2. Point game, 11-4.
I would have called that serve out, but it was in.
Game 4, so time in.
Jalina Ingram getting us started.
0-0-2. Side out.
Jalina's actually one of my best friends on tour.
Is she really?
We kind of came through the rankings at the same time, so.
0-0-1.
That's awesome.
We hit together a lot when we're at the PPAs.
You haven't shown any bias yet, so congratulations.
Look, in the commentary box, I try and keep it very even.
1-0-1. Side out.
Yeah,
second serve.
For those at home too, like pretty much we are all very good friends with each other. Like some you just know better than others, but.
Watch it. Watch. Watch it.
Wow, he awkwardly avoids stepping in the kitchen there. Tags Blaine in the thigh. Gives him a little apology as he's almost falling in the kitchen. Good shot by Rafa.
2-0-2.
Watch it.
Rafa has one of the hardest overheads on tour. It was on full display on his matches yesterday.
3-0-2. Point.
Jalina did a good job hitting 2 deep ones then, but that little slice backhand over the net there from Kawamoto was pretty effective.
4-0-2.
I was telling someone yesterday, watching the Kawamotos play is absolutely mesmerizing to me because they're the opposite of how I play. But you know, they're hitting these dinks. They look like they're off balance. Their paddles are kind of flying around, yet they have so much control of where the ball is at all times. They never lose their cool. They never get 2 up or 2 down.
Second serve. Zero, 4-2.
Blaine is just looking for a chance to sort of get fired up.
Great hands there from Rafa.
Yep. He lets out his patented "Yeah, baby" chant. Feeling himself up 4-0. Potentially able to close this out for his team.
Second serve.
He would have went nuts if he had made that one too.
4-0-2. Side out.
Nice put away there from Ingram. Give her a bit of confidence here.
You're starting to hear Blaine get loud.
Zero, 4-1.
Rafa nearly missed her return there. You could see Adam Stone was thinking about trying to call it out.
Yeah.
I don't think you could do that from the sidelines.
Someone in the crowd said something to Rafa and he turned his head quickly and I did think it put him off for a second.
I believe what the person in the crowd, I don't know who it was, but what they said was, don't get tight, Rafa.
Oh.
A little bit of chirping from the crowd. I don't know who it was. Could have come from Irina Tereschenko, who obviously knows him very well. She's laughing.
Side out.
Yeah, you can see he was definitely irked with whatever was said.
4-1-1. Point.
It's a tough miss there from Blaine. He had the shot he wanted.
All right, 5-1.
5-1-1.
Yeah, that's a reset that Jackie usually makes. She's very good at those. Most of us struggle with those. She expects to make that every time. That's a beautiful little redirect right at Rafa's feet by Jalina Ingram.
Jalina's been hitting her little backhand there from the kitchen line pretty well. I think she's been working on that lately. I've noticed that she's been
1-5-1.
hitting a lot of the one-handers now. Oh,
point.
Really unfortunate bounce there, but gives the Hard Eights a point.
They will take it.
Two, 5-1.
That's an awesome drive by Jalina Ingram.
Yeah, great drive.
Barely an inch over the net. Even if Rafa had made that, Blaine was in such good position to take over the middle of the court, so Rafa had to pull it line and ended up taking it wide.
Second serve. 3-5-2.
Just too much power there from Rafa Hewett.
You can only do so much when you're defending.
Yeah, it's tough when you get in that washing machine where they're just putting balls deep at you, and all you can do is kind of slice them up into the air. Spin just keeps compounding every time they hit it.
Someone retrieving the ball from the bushes.
Crowd very pleased with that.
5-3-1.
Boy, he likes that one.
That's a great ATP.
Again, 6-3-1.
Very well this week.
6-3-1. Second serve.
Good point there from the Hard Eights. Here we go, Blaine's getting fired up.
Yeah, Blaine was cracking me up last time. He literally will just pick people out in the crowd and say, let's go. Doesn't matter if they're on his team, the other team. It's quite distracting.
Point.
Shot there from Jalina.
But it's endearing. I do like it.
7-3-2.
Oh, that was a great shot from Rafa. It stayed so low. That was tough.
That's always tough when you're trying to unwind the stack.
Timeout SoCal.
He's having to travel all the way away from the rally scoring.
8-3-2.
you, bounce. You bounce it. You.
Point.
Rafa did a good job at the start of that point, just keeping that ball away from Blaine. Blaine wasn't able to get over and poach. He was keeping it really wide over there to Jalina.
It's funny, you heard a few, I don't know what's going on, what they're trying to
We have a challenge that the ball
something.
hit
Let's
the
see.
net post during the rally, which is challengeable. After review, the
not
ball
look
did
like-
not hit the
yeah.
net post, it hit the core.
Yeah.
Loss of a
The
free
referee does not
challenge.
want a dream
SoCal, you have
breaker,
2 free
evidently.
challenges remaining. Brooklyn has 3 free challenges remaining. Resume play at 9:32.
So it'll be 9-3-2. Rafa Hewett to serve.
Time in. 9:32.
Oh, Blaine with those size 14s gets caught in the kitchen. Really like that return from Jalina Ingram, though.
I see it. Oh, it was just
10 for
fractional
two.
too.
He slid it back. Too late.
Point
do it.
game,
Little
11-3
miscommunication
Brooklyn.
there in the
back.
middle.
Brooklyn Pickleball team, so taking this match against the Hard Eights.
They moved to 3-0 on the weekend. Incredible.
Yeah.
Looks like coming up next, we'll have the Bay Area Breakers versus the Nashville Chefs here on Grandstand Court.